Right, morning Saturday, 9:20 a.m. UK time. I will be honest with you, crypto, I'm now confused. Doesn't happen often, but I'm not quite sure what is going on. So I thought the easiest thing to do is make a video. So I was basing a lot of I was basing my analysis on this pattern, which to me looked like a very clear head and shoulders pattern. And the reason I was quite excited about that is because we had beaten the previous all-time highs, you can see on the weekly chart here, and failed with this massive negative candle, shooting star, whatever you want to call it, which indicated to me that that could be a really significant double top. We still haven't managed to get back above 67,000, which was the previous all-time high, but we have held the 23.6% fib at 58,000. In fact, that's pretty much the exact low for last week, this week, whatever week we're in, 57,700. Right, so clearly that is important, that 23.6% fib, and it is holding. And that means that the head and shoulders pattern, so the head and shoulders pattern would have been really relevant in the context of rejection of the all-time high, the big negative candle on the weekly chart. Then the head and shoulders pattern would have just polished it off. The short-term head and shoulders pattern would have just been like, yep, confirmation that we're going down. Anyway, it didn't happen. We broke it, hit 58,000 and then rocketed back up. So now it's confusing. We've got this trend line here, which seems to be acting as support. This is the hourly chart, by the way, that I'm now focused on. And that trend line is, well, 60,500, call it. Ties in nicely with the 500-hour moving average, so that's a good support level. So now, well, the hourly is moving. The hourly chart with price is trading above the 200, the 100, and the 500-hour moving averages. So in effect, that's quite positive. And of course, this trend line, which I still think is relevant, even though it's probably not the neckline to head and shoulders now. So in the short term, I guess I have to be positive. On the 4-hour chart, it's not really telling me an awful lot. The moving averages are all a bit of a mess. We've really got a short-term fib level, only short-term, so it's not that important, around 60,500. So again, that ties in with what I'm talking about on the hourly chart with the trend line and the 500-hour moving average. So I guess we'll stick to that. As long as we hold above 60, let's call it 60,000, then this looks positive. And I wouldn't be too worried, therefore, about the weekly chart, the negative signals on the weekly chart. We should at least trade sideways. And then we can use 60,500 down to 60,000 as a support level. At the moment, I'd probably just be scalping it. You know, holding long's all right, fair enough. We are in a bull trend. So if you want to have a core long position, I can understand that. But right now, maybe we're just going to bounce around from sort of 63.5, 64 down to 60.5, 60. If we got down to 58, probably worth a purchase because it is a big fib level and it certainly bounced off there last time. Break below sort of 57, then I think we're in trouble. Then I think we're probably going to 53, 52.5, which was my original target for the head and shoulders pattern, which obviously didn't work. Now we get above these two candles highs, which is 63.7, 63.750, let's call it. Get through there, and there's nothing stopping us retesting the all-time high around sort of 66.5, 67,000. Obviously, we're going to have to get through there if we want to see further gains in this market. Good thing for the bulls is that we've unwound the overbought position on the daily chart. We haven't done that yet on the weekly chart, but that's not a major problem because look, we stayed overbought from looks like the middle of November up until the middle of April. So you know what's that? 2, 4, 6 months. We can stay overbought for another 3 months and not be a problem on the weekly chart. That's my best analysis, really. That's all that engagement situation. It is a slightly confusing picture. Who knows? Markets do like to trade sideways after a good strong bull run, and this might just be a time when we trade sideways from 58,000 up to 66,000 for weeks, maybe even months. Okay, good luck with it, and I'll keep an eye on it and see what develops. Obviously break below 58,000 and I'll be doing another video for you.